Before satellites filled the sky, before algorithms shaped our thoughts, humanity still woke to the same mountains and rivers that had guided our ancestors for thousands of years. The early 21st century did not feel like the beginning of a new era. But looking back from the year 2066, historians now understand that it was. It was the moment when human civilization began accelerating faster than at any point in history. By the 2020s, the entire planet had become connected. Fiber optic cables stretched across oceans. Satellites circled overhead. Data moved across continents in fractions of a second. For the first time in history, nearly every human being could access the accumulated knowledge of civilization. Space itself became infrastructure. Thousands of satellites formed a digital web around the Earth, delivering communication to even the most remote corners of the planet. The internet reshaped how humans worked, learned, and communicated. Ideas could spread globally within minutes. Entire industries began operating online. And soon, billions of people carried the internet in their pockets. Smartphones became maps, libraries, cameras, banks, and meeting places. In many ways, they became extensions of the human mind. At the same time, machines began learning. Artificial intelligence analyzed medical scans, translated languages, and assisted scientists in discovering new medicines. Factories transformed as robots took over repetitive labor. Machines assembled products with tireless precision, operating day and night. Yet humans did not disappear from the workforce. Instead, they began collaborating with machines through augmented reality, automation systems, and intelligent tools. Meanwhile, cities expanded rapidly. Urban populations grew larger than at any point in human history. Another transformation was underway. After centuries of reliance on fossil fuels, societies began shifting toward renewable energy. Electric vehicles replaced combustion engines. Solar panels and wind turbines spread across landscapes once dominated by coal and oil. At the same time, space exploration entered a new era. Private companies began launching reusable rockets, dramatically reducing the cost of reaching orbit. Satellites monitored weather, navigation, communication, and climate. Earth had become a technologically managed planet. But the digital revolution had unintended consequences. Social media platforms learned how to capture human attention with remarkable efficiency. Information traveled faster than ever before. Unfortunately, so did misinformation. As humanity advanced technologically, the planet itself began responding to centuries of industrial activity.
Taking away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the hours in an offhand way. Kicking around on a piece of ground in your hometown. Waiting for someone or something to show you the way.
Floods, droughts, and extreme weather events became more frequent. Millions of people were forced to adapt to environmental changes.
And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. You run to catch up with the sun, but it sinks.
Yet, the same ingenuity that created these problems also worked to solve them. Scientists developed new agricultural methods, genetic technologies, and environmental solutions. By the mid-21st century, many of these innovations reshaped the structure of civilization. Looking back, historians now describe this period as the Age of Acceleration, a time when technological progress outpaced humanity's ability to fully understand its consequences. Yet, despite the extraordinary technologies humanity created, the most meaningful moments remained simple. Slowly, ecosystems began recovering as societies changed their approach to energy, conservation, and land management.
Every year is getting shorter, never seem to find the time. Plans that either come to naught or half a page of scribbled lines. Hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. Thought I had something more to say.
On the edge of the ice, researchers gathered data on a glacier in retreat. Every centimeter of melt is logged, every shift in temperature tracked. These numbers
On the edge of a shrinking glacier, researchers document the pace of change. Instruments record the temperature of meltwater and the strength of the wind.